Good morning, students. Welcome in second lecture of our laser. In last lecture, we have discussed what is laser, what is spontaneous emission, what is stimulated emission, process of starting laser, how laser light emitted, process of absorption, spontaneous emission, stimulated emission, and population inversion. Now, in this lecture, we will discuss pumping. In this lecture, we will discuss pumping in a laser. Now, here we will see what is pumping and what is the pumping process. Pumping is a process of supplying energy to lift the atom from lower energy state to higher energy state. There are different methods of pumping: optical pumping, electrical discharge method, linear atom collision method, chemical reaction method, direct conversion methods. This means, as we are see in last lecture, there are two energy level E1 and energy level E2. As electron take a as we supply, as you know that electrons are present at the energy level E1. This electron is also called as the atoms. As we supply an external amount of energy h mu to this electron or atom at a ground state, this electron take a transition from ground state to the excited state, and as this electron or atom go to the excited state, this electron again make a transition from excited state to the ground state. This first process of supplying the energy, as we are supplying the energy, this is process, and in this process this atoms in the ground state absorb the energy and go to the excited state. This process is called as a absorption. And when an electron make a transition from excited state to ground state, this is a simultaneous process or spontaneous process. Therefore, this process is called as a spontaneous emission. During the spontaneous emission, the difference between these two energy levels, that is E2 minus E1, is a delta E, and that much delta E is the energy. This energy is emitted in the form of light. This light is called as a laser light. Sometime if we add a certain amount of energy at an excited state, this energy also absorb the atom at an excited state and again make a transition from excited state to the ground state, and that time again this emitted the different energy, which is energy difference between E2 and E1, and again added energy from external side. This energy is also emitted in the form of light, but this emission nothing but the stimulated emission. This is the stimulated emission. And when again if we add more amount of energy to the ground state, the numbers of atoms in the ground state, let us assume n1, and the numbers of atoms at n2, let us assume n2. This energy absorbed at a ground state and numbers of electron goes to the excited state, that is the n2. And let us assume if n2 greater than n1, this state, that means the numbers of atoms in excited state, is greater than the numbers of atom in the ground state, this state is called as a population inversion. This state is called as a population inversion. But how the electron goes to the excited state? As we discussed here, during the absorption, the amount of energy absorbed by the atom in the ground state. This absorption, that time atom absorb the energy from the external side. The absorption of energy is due to the pumping of the energy from external side. Therefore, here pumping is a very essential step for the transition of the atoms from ground state to excited state. Therefore, here pumping nothing but the process of supplying energy to the atom to lift from lower energy state to the higher energy state, that is excited state. Therefore, there are different pumping processes: optical pumping, electrical discharge method. That is, we will discuss first optical pumping. First is the optical pumping, second one will be the electrical discharge method, third one is the inelastic atom collision method, chemical reaction method, direct conversion method. What is optical pumping method? If light energy is used to lift the atom from lower energy state to higher energy state, then the process is known as a optical pumping. As you know that light is a optics, nothing but concerned to the light. When a certain amount of energy in the form of light is supplied to the ground state and the atoms make a transition from ground state to the excited state, that time here, if in this process, if energy is in the form of light, if energy is supplied is in the form of light to the ground state and electron make a transition from ground state to excited state, that time this pumping is said to be the optical pumping. Now next we will discuss the electrical discharge method. Electrical discharge, in case of electrical discharge, when high potential difference is applied to the anode with respect to the cathode in the discharge tube, the electrons are accelerated toward the anode. These accelerated electrons collide with the atoms of active media and transfer their energy to the atom so that they go to the higher state. Here, you know the discharge tube. This is discharge tube, this is the anode and this is the cathode. And in case of anode and cathode, there is a number of gases or there are numbers of atoms. And when we supply a certain amount of energy to the anode and cathode, that time when we supply the energy to the anode and cathode, whatever be the material or media present in the discharge tube, these ionized gases, this get ionized, and these ionized gases gain the energy, and this energy of the atom collide the atoms of the material, laser material at the ground state. Here the atoms get collide on the atoms at the ground state, and this after the collision of atom that are ions inside the discharge tube to the atoms of the ground state material of a laser material, and this atom make a transition from ground state to excited state. This type of pumping is said to be the electrical discharge method or electrical discharge pumping. Now third electrical pumping is a inelastic atom collision method. Inelastic atom collision. Inelastic atom collision method nothing but the when mixture of two types of atoms are used as an active media, then this method is used by using this electric discharge, one type of atoms are rise to the higher energy state. This atom then collide inelastically with another type of atom and transfer their energy. So Another type of atom are lifted to the higher energy state while the first type of atom falls to the ground state. This method used in a helium neon laser. In HENE laser, this inelastic collision are actively used. In this collision method, atoms of one media collides to the atoms of another media. This means here helium atoms and there are neon atom. These are the two atoms, and when we supply a certain amount of energy to the helium atom, this helium atom absorb the energy and go to the excited state. This helium atom go to the here inelastic atom-atom collision. HENE laser is an example of this type of pumping, and here He atom absorb the energy and atom go to the excited state. Here there are multiple numbers of transition. From this is a one energy level E1, this is a E2, and this is a E3. When we supply a certain amount of energy to energy level H1 of helium, and this helium atom absorb the energy and go to its own excited state. Here there another one energy state of neon atom. This neon atom absorb the energy from the helium atom. This atom get collide on the neon atom, and once the atom get collide on a neon atom, this atom absorb the energy and go to the excited state of a ENE excited state, and again this make a transition from excited state to the ground state and emitter laser. This means in case of a inelastic collision, due to the inelastic collision of atoms, energy get transferred to the another atom, and this atom go to the excited state, and again when the atoms make a transition from excited state to the ground state, that time we get a laser. Next one is the chemical reaction method. In a chemical reaction method, here energy for pumping process comes from the chemical reaction without taking help of another energy sources. If a certain chemical is used for pumping without supplying in any other media or other form of energy, the atom absorb the energy and go to the excited state. That time this pumping is said to be the chemical method pumping. Now, and last one is a direct conversion method. Direct conversion method is a electrical energy into the radiant energy occurs in a semiconductor laser. That means direct conversion method nothing but when we convert or when we supply electrical energy and this electrical energy converted into the light. In case of just in LED, when we supply electrical energy and this electrical energy converted into the light energy, that time also the electrical energy absorbed by the atoms at a ground state, and this atom make a transition from ground state to excited state, and when the atom make a transition from excited state to the ground state, again the laser action happens. In this case the electrical energy is converted into the light energy. Okay, these are the methods. Once again we will take a short review of this lecture. In last lecture or in this last lecture we have discussed absorption, stimulated emission and spontaneous emission. In this lecture we have started pumping, and we know the pumping nothing but the process of supplying the energy from external mean or media to the laser material. When we supply a certain amount of energy to the laser material, the atoms of the laser material absorb the energy and make a transition from ground state to excited state, and from again excited state to ground state the atom get come back to the, this is got the excitation or de-excitation. This is excitation, this is de-excitation, and atom make a transition from excited state to the ground state. That time the difference between the energy of E2 and E1 get emitted in the form of light. This is the laser. This process is called as a absorption. And spontaneous emission, if atom are from excited state to the ground state make a easy transition without supplying an external energy, this is called as a spontaneous emission. And stimulated emission, nothing but the atoms at excited state absorb energy from the external media and make a transition from excited state to the ground state. Sometimes this atom also go to the excited state of another energy level E3. This atom may make a transition from E3, and again this electron make a transition from E3 to E1. That also the happen in case of a stimulated emission. And population inversion, nothing but the numbers of electrons or atoms is more in the excited state than a ground state. This condition is said to be the population inversion, and all these processes happen only after the pumping. Once the atom absorbs the energy from the external media, therefore pumping is a necessary process. In pumping there are 5 processes of pumping, or 5 method of the pumping: optical pumping, electrical discharge method, inelastic atom-atom collision method, chemical reaction method, direct conversion method. First, optical pumping, nothing but the supply and energy to the ground state in the form of light. Electrical discharge method, nothing but in electrical discharge method the discharge tube is used, and in discharge tubes there exists a gas or atoms of a gas. These atoms of a gas get ionized due to the voltage supplied to the anode and cathode. This gas get collide, or this atom get collide to the atoms of the atoms at the laser material at a ground state, and here there is a excitation of the atoms from ground state to excited state. And in case of second one or third one is a inelastic atom-atom collision. In inelastic atom-atom collision, the atoms of one media absorb the energy, that is a laser, which is also the laser media, that is which absorb the energy, and once it absorbs the energy, these atoms collides on the another atoms of the same other media, and once this atom get collide on each other, this is due to the inelastic collision. Atoms transfer the energy to the another atom, and this atom again go to the excited state. This is here the HE and NE laser is the example of this inelastic atom-atom collision. Here the HE atom absorb the energy from external media, and once it absorb the energy, this energy HE atom go to the excited state, and once the HE atom go to the excited state, here this HE atom absorb the energy and go to the excited state, and here the excited atom HE atom collides on the NE atom. This excited HE atom collide on the NE atom, and that time this NE atom absorb energy due to the collision of the atom, and that time this atom absorb the get energy and go to the again their excited state and make a transition from excited state to the ground state. Here this is the inelastic atom-atom collision. Next one is the chemical reaction method. Here chemicals are used to transfer the energy at a ground.